What's going on, guys? Hope everybody's having a great day. H-Dub here. We're going to be talking about some live arena just because we've got live arena seasons and I've been literally doing this every day. So I just want to give my thoughts on it, kind of the processes I've been going through, picks and bans, champs. I don't know. I want to ramble on about it for a bit and hopefully, you can give me some feedback. I'm just going to talk about it, honestly. I don't have any point in particular. I could talk about champs. I could talk about strategies and things like that, but it's honestly no different than general live arena as far as strategies are concerned. So I'm just going to give my thoughts. But before we do that, a viewer has asked us, Mr. Jive Turkey has asked us to pull some Prism shards for us. So let's go hop on his account, pull his Prism shards, and hopefully get him something. So here we are, Mr. Jive Turkey's account. I've actually been working on this account with him for the past few weeks, and I think we've made some solid progress, man, for sure. He's got some Prism shards, though. We're going to try to grab him up some of these champs in here. They have a Stultus in here. He kind of needs a Stultus. One of the last things we were working on was his Dragon Hard team. So Stultus would be a solid pickup for sure. There's a lot of good Legos in the pool. We've got Newt here, Duchess here, Necmo, Elva, Armands, Harima. The list goes on. All of these Legos are pretty solid. I won't say there's one that's like terrible and you'd be upset if you pulled it unless you already had multiple copies. So let's go ahead and do it. I don't even remember the last time I pulled a Prism shard because I haven't been like doing the events to get the Prism shards. Like I haven't been using my stamina for that at all. I've been saving it for CVC, saving it for, fusions and events. So I haven't grabbed any Prism shards in a while, any of the freebies. We're getting epics here. I think we got to rip the band-aid off and do the 10 pop because otherwise, I just feel like 10 pops are rigged for Prisms. Let's get a couple Legos out of this. Hopefully we can snag 2, 4 epics, 5 epics. Come on, you gotta give us a Lego. We gotta knock the Paralyzer. Not the ideal pick. So I know I said there's not really one that you would not want, but Knocked isn't bad because we actually can bring him in there and he can be helpful for Dragon. He has poisons, he has ally protect, continuous heal, decrease accuracy. Not sure if decrease accuracy helps us on the boss because wait, actually, hold on. The poisons can be resisted, can't they? So maybe it does actually help us out here. Yeah, places poisons. Yeah, we can resist it. So decreased accuracy could potentially help us to make that team more reliable. He's not a bad champ though. You can use him in hard ice golem as well. So decent pickup. Probably, one of the not so great pulls here in the pool, but there are the pools, guys. So let's talk about this live arena stuff. I'm gonna hop back on Fortune's account, who I've been driving for live arena. So live arena seasons, this is where we are. We're back on the account. I've been pushing this account 7 days straight. I might have taken maybe a day off during the weekend, maybe a day. But this is day 7. I'm just going to show you guys where we are right now. Tough to crack the top 100. We were trying to do that. That was a goal at the beginning. What's going on? Scroll down to the bottom. So as you can see, 100 is at literally like 144 points ahead of us. It's tough to crack. These guys are doing it very, very, efficiently because some people have, significantly higher win rates and they're also doing just like a ton more fights, right? So either you got a good win rate or you're just doing a ton of fights. We've managed to get 957 points. That is okay in my book. Trying to get at least 100 points a day. As you can see, I've done 229 battles. And live arena is stressful, y'all. I don't know how y'all feel about doing it, but I be on edge. Like, I literally be sitting here, leaning over in my chair, staring at the screen, like, what are they going to pick? What am I going to pick? Who am I going to ban? Like, oh my God, sheep this. My own champions sheeping each other. That's a new thing that, like, I'm still trying to get over just because it's, I don't do live arena on my own account. So, I'm playing with a lot of new champions. And I guess, like I said before, I just want to kind of give my thoughts on it. So seasons in general, right? Because I haven't talked about this at all. I think it's good. More opportunities for rewards, always good. If you like it, go for it. If you don't, just don't, guys. And you don't have to complain about it, man. Just look away from it. Don't do it. Don't click on it. That's what I do. I don't really enjoy Live Arena on my own account just because of my champion selection. But Fortune has an excellent champion selection. So yeah, I'll do Live Arena on his account because we have pretty much everything we need. The only thing that we could have more of is gear. You can never have enough gear. Your gear can always get better, but that is where we are. And if you don't care for it much, just don't really do it. There's not much gated here except like Marius missions. You have to push some for the Marius missions, but otherwise you can look away from this. So do I, agree with the entire concept of the seasons? Yeah, I think it's solid. I think that they do need to figure out what is going on with the crashes and stuff. Because as you can see here, like just before the last session ended, I faced this guy back to back. It says I left the battle. I did not leave the battle. The game crashed. The game crashed and I was upset. I'm on full tilt when it comes to Live Arena. My nerves are bad when it comes to Live Arena. My heart is pounding when it comes to Live Arena. And our win rate is not great. But as you can see in this final 10 here, we did great. Almost went 9-1. This guy right here, I've been going back and forth with the last few days. This Nadja Bader guy. I've literally been fighting this guy. I don't know how many times I've fought this guy in the last few days. I think I've won once. I won once. I think I have a screenshot. But this shouldn't happen. I shouldn't be taking L's because your game crashed. Whenever the game crashes, the game should recognize that it crashed, and I should be awarded some points, or I shouldn't lose points for that, or let me keep my token or whatever. But they need to figure that out, because it's absolutely nerve-wracking, and my nerves are already bad enough when it comes to this game mode. Now, all of that being said, I am having a little bit of fun. Why am I having fun? H-Dub, you don't really like Live Arena. You don't do it on your own account. How are you possibly having fun with this at all? I'm going to tell you how I'm having fun with this. Because I'm using someone else's account, and I'm getting to play with champions that I don't ever get to play with. I am learning things about the game that I don't typically get to learn. And that is fun for me. That is enjoyable, despite the amount of stress that I feel from the entire process of Live Arena. Yes, I am having a bit of fun. And that is the only reason why I'm continuing on. Because there was a brief moment today, a very brief moment today, where I said to myself, man, do I really want to be doing this? I had to question if I was having fun or not. And I typically don't have to, because I kind of already have a gauge on if I'm going to engage with something in the game, right? I know what's enjoyable and what's not, what I don't enjoy doing. But I questioned it for a split moment today. I even went and started trying to build out some other champs. Like, yo, people are using Rotos against me. My God. I need to get a Rotos built because the Rotos was naked. So I threw some gear on the Rotos, tried to use Rotos for like 5 fights. It didn't work out. I was like, all right, need to go back to the bread and butter. And I'm just rambling right now, guys. I'm rambling. I'm just trying to get my thoughts out. But I questioned if I was going to continue driving this account for Live Arena. And then I had to look at what I have accomplished over the last 7 days. Obviously, the win rate is nothing to go, call home about, nothing to be too proud of. I'm not like overly excited that we've won 60% of our fights, right? I'm not. That doesn't help my mental at all. I would love for this to be higher. But being able to consistently push up at least 100 points. The first day was actually crazy. The first day I actually gained, so we started out, he had 78 points initially before I started driving the account. On the first day, I pushed up to 363 points. So I was very confident. As you can imagine, my confidence is peaking at that point. I'm like, no, we going in, we gonna kill it. We got all the champs we need. We got everything we need. We're OP. It's one of the top accounts in Raid, right? This is what going through my head. Day 2. Excuse me. Day 2, we get up to 450 points. So about a 90-point gain. Day 3, 486 points. Not a great gain. Not a great gain at all. It was rough, but I only did a 1-hour session. So that first day we did 5 hours. Second day we did 2 hours. Day 3, 1 hour. That's only 12 fights. We gained 36 points, 12 fights, right? Day 4, another 2 hours. We jump up to 639 points. Day 5, another 2 hours, 732 points. Day 6, 843 points, 3 hours. Day 7, another 3 hours. We did 957 points. So slowly pushing up, right? Kind of showing myself, okay, you can do this. We are actually making progress. And thank God you only lose 3 points when you lose, man. Otherwise, yeah, I might have stopped doing this already because, whew. And people are, aren't that pleased with the bots. I'm not too upset with the bots, You can use a bot every now and then. Some of the guys like us, we can use a bot every now and then. So I understand why like the people at the higher end, the top end are like, no, I don't want to face any bots. I want to face real people. I want to go ham and actually beat people. But yeah, I don't mind the bots, but it is I guess something to consider. But I'll say the bot definitely have helped me out quite a bit. I don't think we don't have any bots here because we didn't lose 3 in a row at all, but bots something to account for. We did get some wins off of bots because we did take consecutive losses a few times. But those are all of my random thoughts. So I guess I should close this out with something, I don't know, rather productive. So I'll throw you a few random tips that I try to keep in mind while doing live arena. If it drives you as crazy as it does me. I actually talked to my wife about this because, yeah, not gonna lie, like I said, it has you on edge, it has you stressful. So first tip I could give 100%, man, is it's a game. Take a deep breath. I have to remind myself to take deep breaths. It's not that serious. If someone picks 2 of the champs that you wanted to pick, right, and then you start to lose your mind, you're like, there's no way I can win this fight now. They've got my 2 most important picks. I don't know what to do. Take a deep breath. Pick what you can. Go into the fight. You don't know how things are going to change. I've had so many of the fights change up in crazy ways, and we end up winning. And that's just because you take a deep breath, you stick it through. That's tip number 1. Tip number 1, take a deep breath. Try to do what you can. You might win. RNG might be on your side. Which leads me to, tip number 2. You need a significant amount of RNG to turn the tables because you're not going to always get your picks, which means exploiting sheep, which I hate to say because I hate sheep. It's been plaguing me. And I've been having like my own champs sheep each other. Like sheep's getting reflected around all kind of ways now, reflecting stuns, and then you get sheep because of some reflection and some this and some mastery and some blessing and some relic, this, that. Is absolutely crazy. You have to account for all of this. But best thing you can do for yourself, bring you some sheep. You got to bring sheep to the party because I guarantee you, your opponent, they're probably gonna bring some sheep to the party. Might as well bring sheep to the party too. When in Rome, like, yeah, even the odds a bit. Stack the RNG. It's going to help you out. So that's tip number 2. Stack the RNG. Tip number 3, don't use any champ that only does one thing. You cannot bring a champ that only does one thing anymore. It just doesn't work out, especially with all of the mythicals. The mythicals are doing everything. They're doing damage. They are reviving. They are stripping. They are cleansing. They are healing. They are buffing. They are debuffing. They are literally doing everything. Carnage is nullifying gear and masteries. Like, there's way too many things that champs can do now for you to bring a champion that only does one thing. Like, you can't bring a champion that only does one thing. It's just not gonna work out well. Trust me. Anybody who was like OP, like, I don't really see too many Georgids at all anymore. Georgid, amazing. DPS, amazing. It doesn't really do anything else, though. Doesn't really do anything else, right? Think about a champ like Odin, right? He can strip, he can CC, he can revive, he can do some damage. That's crazy. He's very, very valuable, right? Think about, I don't know, Queen of Hearts. She can strip, she can CC, she can do ally attack for you, she can cut in. She has a lot going on. Very usable champ. Marius, very usable champ. I haven't seen many Taras at all. This Taras is naked. My God. There's another Taras, right? Yeah, there's another Taras. I haven't been using Taras either. I haven't seen too many Tarases, but I see Marishka all day. Why? Because she does so much. Turn meter boost, cleanse, shield, heal, revive. Is, you know, it's everything that you need. You need champions that can do multiple things, right? Because you're going to be going up against mythicals. They're going to be everywhere. Everybody has at least one mythical, and they're going to probably try to bring them into the fight. So think about when looking at your roster, how many champions do I have that can do multiple things? And this would probably be a great list to put together. What champions that aren't mythicals can serve multiple purposes? Those are going to be the champions that are going to thrive for you in live arena, which takes me to tip number 3. How do you actually thrive? Because we had a roadblock at one point where, I can go back and look at the messages, but we had a roadblock where I was like, nah, something has to change. Oh, it was the day 3 where I only did the 1 hour and I gained the 36 points. And I don't even know if you guys are still watching at this point, but if you are still watching, if you comment down below, just say the word adjustment in your comment. So we made an adjustment on day 3 because I was like, all right, we had a great jump on day 1. Day 2 was solid as well with 2 hours. Day 3, after that hour, and I didn't have much time on day 3, I was like, all right, we got to make some adjustments. We got to make this easier. Put stone skin on everyone that you can, people. We did not have stone skin on 3 of the primary champs that I wanted to pick. They had, trust me, the builds were immaculate. They were amazing. They were ridiculous. The stats were absolutely god tier. Like, let me just show you. If we go to preset manager and we put the original Commodus build on, like, what? This was the original Commodus build. 373 speed, 99k HP, 661 accuracy. This is a crazy build. This is an insane build, guys. Especially if you boost some turn meter, go first, you're going to bomb everything. Sometimes he even went first. If you ban their speed lead, their turn meter booster, whatever, sometimes this Commodus just goes first. Trust me, I was shocked myself. But the issue became he did not have stone skin on. So in the event that he doesn't take a turn, it becomes very difficult to win the fight. Same for Nice, same for Gizmac, and I believe there was one more. I have my list here. So it was Nice, Gizmac, Commodus. I built Ultimate Death Knight, rebuilt Necrit, and Rotos. We just rebuilt the Rotos. Stone skin, put stone skin on everybody. You need at least 4 pieces on everybody. Unless, like, there's very few champs that you could like go into a fight and not have stone skin on and be fine. Like Rotos, obviously one of them. But for the most part, yes, everybody needs to have stone skin on. So if you don't have stone skin on your DPS, if you haven't incorporated stone skin in for your CC champs, your turn meter boosters in any way, like, yeah, you need to get some stone skin on them. It is literally going to change the game for you. So that is my next tip. Put stone skin on everybody, with another set that complements them. Stone skin and supersonic, stone skin and savage, stone skin and pinpoint, stone skin and lethal, stone skin and whatever you need to optimize your champion. So that will be my next and final tip, because this video is getting long and nobody's probably watching anymore. I might actually reach out to somebody else who's doing a lot of live arena. Maybe we can collab on a video to talk about it more. But some quick tips and some quick ranting, a little bit of Prism shards. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully, you know, you guys got some feedback for me about the whole stress thing with the live arena, because I can't be the only person that be like on full tilt, on edge, like doing live arena. So I guess I'll pose a question to you all before I close out. How do you feel exactly in your mental as you do live arena, if you do live arena? And if you don't do live arena, then I mean, I guess you could chime in as well. Maybe you don't do it for that reason. But thank you for watching as always, guys. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave me a comment down below. Let me know, how your live arena seasons are going. And until next time, guys, be good and be well.